Welcome to County Portal, your simple source for local government services and public records. Let's get started.
How long does it take for CPS to get a warrant to enter your home? This is a critical question that causes a lot of anxiety for families, and the answer isn't a simple one because it depends entirely on the urgency of the situation. Let's break down the different scenarios. First, we have emergency situations. If CPS receives a report alleging that a child is in immediate, life-threatening danger, they can get a warrant very quickly. We're talking a matter of hours, sometimes even less. In these cases, a social worker, often with their supervisor and legal counsel, will present information to an on-call judge, even after court hours or on a weekend. They will explain why they believe a child's safety is at imminent risk, and if the judge agrees there is probable cause, a warrant can be issued almost instantly. This is the fast track, reserved for the most serious allegations where a delay could result in harm to a child. The second, and more common, scenario involves non-emergency investigations. This is where CPS has concerns but doesn't believe the child is in immediate danger. Perhaps they received a report about educational neglect or poor living conditions. In these cases, CPS will typically try to gain your consent to enter the home first. If you refuse consent, which is your right, they can't just break down the door. They must go to court to get a warrant. This process takes much longer. The caseworker has to prepare a formal document, called an affidavit, outlining all the reasons they believe they need to enter your home and investigate. This affidavit is then presented to a judge during normal court hours. The judge reviews it to see if there is enough evidence, or probable cause, to justify violating your family's privacy. This can take several days to a week or even longer, depending on how busy the courts are and how quickly the caseworker can gather their information. There is also a third important category to understand: situations where no warrant is needed at all. This is called exigent circumstances. This legal term means that there's an emergency happening right now that requires immediate action to prevent harm. For example, if a CPS worker and a police officer are at your door and they hear a child screaming for help inside, or they see evidence of a dangerous situation through a window, they may be able to enter without a warrant to ensure the child's safety. This is an exception to the warrant requirement, but it has a very high legal standard. So, to recap, the timeline can range from less than an hour in a severe emergency to over a week in a standard investigation where you have denied them entry. The key factors are the severity of the allegations and whether or not CPS can convince a judge that a warrant is necessary to protect a child. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this information helpful and want to better understand your rights when dealing with child protective services, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Remember, this content is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for legal advice from a qualified attorney.